I woke up to the morning sky first. Baby blue, just like we rehearsed. When I get up off this ground, I shake leaves.
D and Rod B on a Wednesday. And normally, if it's Wednesday at 9:30, we hit the live music update, the Setlist ATX, we call it, with our man Nick Shuley. But Nick's got a very important meeting with the boss today. So he is here a little early. Plus, we've got our number 8 team in our countdown to spotlight at the bottom of the hour and the E and Rod B Horn Top 20 countdown. So Setlist ATX a little bit ahead of schedule, which is a good thing because it's the live music capital of the world, and there's great live music. And he is Nick Shuley, the president of the Austin Music Movement. And he's got to go see the boss today. You ready for that?
I am. I prepped a lot this week. So. Got to be ready for that meeting.
Oh, you got to be ready like Rod B with all this stack of papers.
Yeah, you can't bring that into the boss's meeting though. He ain't gonna like that, huh?
I got like 8 pieces of paper to take in there. So
there you go.
I had to prep
for any question you may be asked. You got to be ready to go.
By the way, that opening song right there is Austin's own Black Pumas, which we love very much. Of course, all of our opens at the top of the hour are local bands. Spoon, Black Pumas, Gary Clark Jr.
I was introduced to Black Pumas because of E. I heard you talking about it on the radio one day, and I went and downloaded the album, and I still listen to it to this day.
That's
that album is a great.
And they got another one coming. I haven't heard the date. I haven't heard the date, but I know they were recording vocals in L.A. I think recently.
Well, no, it is. There's a single that's out which you can play for you here coming up, but there's it comes out October.
Oh, nice.
It's called Chronicles of a Diamond.
Oh, nice.
All right, nice. And it's a follow-up to an iconic album, though. It's just tough. Y'all guys know it's just tough. It's like following a great coach.
You had 40 years or 20 years or 30 years to write your first record, and then you got 6 months to bring the hits.
To turn it around, and then there's a lot of hype behind this one. You didn't have as much hype behind the other one because it was just like, no, man, I'm just putting out my craft, my art.
Well, and it's why a lot of people kind of lean on songwriters for their second record or work to get a couple singles from someone else almost just to make sure there's some hitters.
That's a great point.
It's tough.
It is tough, man. That is. That's a lot to ask because that first album for them, man, they had. It's one of the ones I play from front to back. I don't.
Oh, it's incredible.
You don't have to stop it.
You don't have to stop it.
For sure. But here's a little bit of their new album. It's called Chronicles of a Diamond. This is called More Than a Love Song. Black Pumas.
I hadn't heard this yet.
Oh, okay. I want to.
Well, we'll play it here. That song is out. I've heard it. It's great. I downloaded it yesterday.
I might go check it out then.
Adrian, who's like the songwriter, guitarist in that group, he's in so many different groups in Austin. He's been around for years, and it's so cool to see him have this kind of rocket ship to success that was 20 years in the making because he's worked his rear end off.
Wow. And Eric Burton is the soulful lead singer who is so good.
Oh, incredible.
Here we go. There we go. Little Black Pumas. Got that jam.
It's got the style.
Got that groove.
It's got the style, yeah.
All right, there you go. That's a little live version. So it's out. You can check it out now. One single of the new album for the Black Pumas that comes out in October. I think October 27th is the day.
Oh, nice.
But since Nick's got to get to a meeting, let's get to the Setlist ATX. And there's great music starting tonight, including an absolute legend over at ACL Live at the Moody Theater, it looks like.
Yeah, third night in a row. Lyle Lovett's playing ACL Live. I know we talked about that one last week. He and his large band, but this is the final night of that show, which will be great. And then one will have tickets to give away, a little legacy lineage here. I guess it's the older brother, so I don't know if that's lineage. But Tyler McCollum is going to be playing the Saxon Pub, and we'll give some tickets away for that. Parker McCollum's, I believe, older brother.
Nice.
Yeah.
There you go. Of course, Thursday night includes one that I'd love to go to.
Oh man, huge fan of this band. And if you're, this was I believe it was the split with Wilco. This was the other half, Sunvolt. And Sunvolt will be playing the Scoot In, and they're doing songs from Trace, their first record, which was the big one, plus some songs from San Antonio/Austin legend Doug Somm.
Yeah, the Trace album is a phenomenal album, front to back as well, much like that Black Pumas and Sunvolt. Yeah, that was Jay Farrar. He and Jeff Tweedy of Wilco were together in a band called Uncle Tupelo.
Yep.
And they broke up, and Wilco became Wilco, and Sunvolt became Sunvolt.
Yeah, and obviously Wilco skyrocketed success. Sunvolt was kind of more of an underground success, but there's a song on there called "Drown" on that record,
awesome song,
which is just one of the most incredible songs ever written in that genre.
Agreed. That's that's at the Scoot In on Thursday night, which would be tomorrow.
Yeah, and then that same night, Croy and the Boys, who are a pretty awesome country band from Austin, and they're pretty hilarious. They'll be playing Waterloo Records for an in-store, as well as there's an ACL taping with Robert Glasper that night. And then Friday's a big day. We've got kind of a packed day. I know you guys talk about it a lot, but that's the start of Gambler Days.
Oh, yeah.
And then Warren Zeidler is that night at the Moody Center Dell Tech Pavilion. I'm not positive where that is, but I think it's somewhere on the premises there. And I'm guessing it's the open pavilion on the non-35 side, but I could be wrong. I'm sure you guys
Dell
can correct
Tech
me.
Pavilion is where you'll see Austin Gambler Days and the Fan Fest and all that goes on there, and they've got great music there too.
Yeah, lots of good stuff. And then a show I'm really excited about, JPEG Mafia, but they're with Danny Brown, and I love Danny Brown. He's one of my favorite rappers. They'll be at Stubbs Barbecue
Friday
nice.
night.
JPEG Mafia.
And then Charlie Crockett, another incredible artist at Whitewater Amphitheater, which will be a great one to see. And then this one's for near and dear to my heart. Jodeci will be playing HEB Center at Cedar Park.
Is Jodeci still all four of them? Is it JoJo, Casey, and Devontae? Is it all of them?
I don't know. I don't know how they're touring. So
I know Casey and JoJo are still in it, but I don't know.
A lot of times it's just like one dude.
Devontae Swing the Great. Casey Haley is still in the band. JoJo Haley still in the band. Yeah.
Okay. That's three of the four.
Jodeci out of North Carolina.
Wow.
Oh, that's awesome.
Interesting.
That'll be at the HEB Center at Cedar Park on Friday night.
What kind of music is that?
It's like R&B.
It's just R&B, straight up.
R&B,
smooth.
yeah.
Cedar Park Center has a lot of
Smooth
R&B.
Yeah, like old school
artists.
R&B.
Take your girl to that. You'll be having a good night.
That's true. My wife's too young. She don't appreciate Jodeci.
That's awesome. And then another up-and-coming awesome local artist, Leslie Reynaga. She just got done playing Lollapalooza, but she'll be doing a Waterloo Records in-store. She's fantastic. And then another up-and-coming local artist who's doing really well, William Beckman, will be doing 2 nights at Green Hall starting on Friday.
That'll be a great show.
For sure. And then a band I think we talked about them last week in the Yurt conversation. Mickey and the Motor Cars will be playing the Saxon Pub, which is a cool one.
Yeah, the Mickey and the Motor Cars, the other of the Braun brothers. The two of the Brauns are Reckless Kelly, who played Stubbs last week, and then Mickey and Gary play in Mickey and the Motor Cars.
Yeah.
Talented family.
Very
You think
talented.
Scooter Braun?
No, their dad's name is Muzzy Braun. Muzzy Braun. Muzzy Braun was an entertainer and musician himself. Muzzy Braun. Yeah.
That's the secret to their success. It was Scooter was
Scooter
involved.
behind
He
it.
was like the brother that no one knew about. No. Oh man! And then Tish Hinojosa, another an artist who had a big moment a while back, but she's doing the 04 Center, which is a great spot over there, right by Matt's El Rancho.
That's right.
Let's see, Saturday, another Austin Gambler Days. We got William Clark Green. I love William Clark Green. He's a good one to see. Same thing on the Dell Tech Pavilion. This is the show I will be at, though. It's this band called Wildlife, spelled WLDLFE, at 310 at ACL Live. They're kind of a small little indie pop band. It'll be me and a bunch of 14-year-old girls, I'm sure, because that's apparently what my musical taste is now, but it is what it is.
And how do you spell that again?
WLDLFE. Super clean pop.
Okay.
But a little more indie, so it's not terrible. But and then
you and 14-year-old girls and maybe Wander Franco will be there too.
It's not. I'm there for the music,
For the
not
wrong
the crowd.
reasons. Yeah.
Let's clarify.
Little joke. Ray superstar.
Oh man. And then Matthew Logan Vasquez, who believe is in Delta Spirit or was in Delta Spirit, will be at Hotel Vegas. Over there on the east side, another good spot if y'all haven't been over there, worth going to. And then a band that I grew up listening to in the early 90s or mid 90s, Soul Hat, who were a huge band in Austin.
Playing on Saturday night?
They're playing Antone's already sold out. So
Soul Hat. What genre are we talking about? Soul? What?
Just be like Austin kind of rock,
Oh,
really.
okay.
But
Awesome rock.
Yeah,
They
so
are
good.
tremendous.
Okay.
I used to go see them at Liberty Lunch.
Black Cat Lounge, Liberty Lunch.
Yeah, Black Cat Lounge too. Gosh.
That was my college days. Soul Hat.
Oh, man,
And
they're still going strong.
I haven't played in a while.
Not
They haven't
that
played in a while.
old,
Yeah,
They
I
haven't
think
played
this
in a
is
while.
kind of a reunion show, maybe, or maybe they're playing every once in a while. But yeah, I was excited to see that. And then, like I mentioned earlier, William Beckman will be doing another night at Green Hall on Saturday. And then Sunday, another Austin Gambler Days with a great band, a great artist, Kevin Fowler.
Oh, yeah.
He's definitely worth seeing. He's
No
fun.
question.
And then another band I really like. My dad and I really connected on this band, Buck Cherry. They're playing Hotspot in over there in Cedar Park, and it's kind of got that whole Aerosmith kind of band. Like my dad, it was like one of the few art CDs my dad took from my collection. Was like, oh, I like this. So we connected. Now we connect on like most of our music, but back then it was I was mainly rap, so he wasn't digging it. And then this one's for you, Ty. This is a band we're seeing. I know you're a ska fan at the Parish, Mad Caddies, who are who were a really big ska band back in, that would have been like late 90s, early 2000s. They're worth checking out over at the Parish.
Mad Caddies?
Mad Caddies, like Mad Cadillacs. kind of.
Oh, okay. I like that.
Yeah. And then Monday, there's another ACL taping with Molly Tuttle and Golden Highway, and they're actually opening for Charlie Crockett at that Whitewater show.
That's awesome.
And then the big one Tuesday, Lionel Richie with Earth, Wind, and Fire at the Moody Center.
How in the world is Earth, Wind, and Fire still touring?
I think there's, if I remember
Is there
right,
any fire left, or is it just Earth and Wind?
Because they did the opening show at the Moody Center.
Yes.
And it was like the soft, it was some Dell party
Yes,
or something like
I
that.
remember. I think
And I
Harris
went
went
to
to
it.
that, actually.
Yeah, I went to it, but I forget how many original members are actually
Was
in it.
Was it a
but-
good show?
Yeah, it was great.
Okay.
I mean, they're
Soul Man.
they got hitters. In
Oh,
that.
they
And
got
it-
yeah. They don't even need to perform; just play the music, and everybody starts singing the songs for them.
You just get a great band behind it.
Yeah,
It doesn't
yeah,
matter.
you're right. That's a good point. That's a good point.
Transformative in the
Yeah.
70s, no doubt. Well, there it is. There is your set list ATX with Nick Shuley. I know Nick's got to get to a meeting. I'll play you. This is we see somebody asked where the Soul Hat show is. Soul Hat is Saturday at Antone's, but sold out. Hopefully, you can get some tickets. This was their big hit in the 90s. Bone Crusher. Remember this?
So good.
I think I've heard this before, actually.
This song hit.
Yeah.
I think I've heard this before.
Just sounds like Austin.
Yeah.
This is with your college days, you said?
Yeah.
E? Really?
Yeah, early 90s.
Wow. E's
Little E
college
just
days.
rocking out.
Yeah, a young E rocking out.
And the cool thing is you could buy hats from Soul Hat that just said Soul on them. It was a hat and it just said Soul.
Genius.
That's it.
Yeah.
That is, yeah.
Bone Crushers are great. When they were so good. They were one of those bands you'd see and they go, why aren't they going huge? Why aren't they like
Yeah, they got it. They had a record deal, and I remember they had one song. It was like a really slow song. And it was super sad. They kind of got some national airplay, if I remember right.
Yeah, I mean their 3-4 albums were really good. And Kevin McKinney is their lead singer. They had the great drummer. They were awesome.
Oh,
Soul
so
Hat was
fun!
great.
So fun to see.
Yes. So we'll
Is that the same like era as when the Toadies were?
Yeah.
Yeah,
same
like
kind of
right, it was just
vibe?
like a little before it, but crossed into it. Yeah, so it would have been about the same. Yeah.
And then that's the thing. I mean, the bands of my college were, Big Head Todd and the Monsters,
Yep.
and
Love Big Head
Toadies, and I
Todd.
thought Soul Hat would be right there with them, like taking off. And they got some national acclaim, but Soul Hat, very cool. That's a good one. There's your set list ATX. Lionel Richie. Remember, Lionel Richie took all the heat because he canceled the show in New York, and he was people were already there. Like he
Not before the show. He
Yeah.
canceled during
like,
the show?
like an hour into when the show was supposed to start. Lionel Richie canceled the show.
Oh,
And
I
then
didn't-
and it turned into one of those social media wildfires because he said he blamed it on the weather. His plane couldn't land, and there was like, weather's fine, Lionel.
Wrong
He's
excuse,
that
Lionel.
one usually worked. Well, he canceled. He got canceled at ACL that one year because it was like
The rain.
Yeah, it was the rain and the tornado or whatever was about to hit. And then I remember it because he did a house show in Austin. Some some wealthy person was like, "Hey, you should come play at my house," and he was like, "Okay." And they paid him a ton of money. And I remember a couple people I knew had posted little pictures from it, and I was like, "Oh, thanks for the invite." Could you imagine seeing Lionel Richie
At
in
a
like
house?
in your like living room? I mean,
Singing
come on.
that's pretty
awesome.
badass. Yeah.
Oh yeah, at ACL.
Yeah,
Yeah,
That'd be
some rich
pretty
dude said,
awesome.
"Hey, it rained
Come
out.
to my
Why don't you-"
crib.
yeah. Come to my house. Wow. So
Okay, yeah. Several people said Frosty was the Soul Hat drummer. Rest in peace. He was one of the best. And somebody said Brian's Waltz was the slow
that
song.
was the one I was thinking of. That song is incredible. So like very depressing, but so good.
They're tremendous. Soul Hat. It says, guys, Soul Hat top 5 all-time Austin band.
Ooh,
Yeah,
that's a
well,
good
I
conversation.
don't disagree with that. I still have
All-time
a ton
Austin
of Soul Hat
band.
on my phone.
they're up there.
They're still on all my playlists. There's so many cool
So
songs that
good.
they have. We come back, and unfortunately, we have a wedding shower on Saturday that we're hosting, so I'm not going to go. Yes.
Yeah, you got some. Yeah, oh,
Who's wedding
hosting it.
shower?
I think it'll be over.
Oh, you guys. Oh man, how many people are coming to this shindig?
30, 35.
What is
That's a
Nolan
lot of
getting
people.
married now?
Huh?
What is Nolan getting married now?
No, a good buddy of our neighbor, his son, and they're getting married in Dallas. So for everybody here,
They're gonna have a little.
Oh, you guys
get-together.
got the local.
yeah, do the little local
The
get
local
together.
play.
Say congratulations, give him a gift.
Has Nolan done his Quinn Ewers impersonation for you yet?
Not yet, my son. My son.
He does sound like Quinn Ewers though. That's true.
Well, no, my son Nolan actually works for the guy whose son's getting married.
Oh,
Yeah. So
there you go.
there you go. That. So I wonder if I could get the. Can I even get into Soul? Had it sold out.
Nah.
Somebody who got a ticket, you got a guest list at
we can figure it
Antone's.
out.
Figure me out because I could probably scoot out of there. Won't go on until 9 or 10 o'clock.
I got you. Let me know.
But make
Let
sure
me
you
know.
clear that with wifey first, but you duck out of the shower.
Seriously.
Exactly.
Hey, where's he?
Be calling
It's
somebody
over
for
by-
a place to sleep.
Yeah.
Where's he? Soul Hat.
So he said he'd be back.
Antone's. All right. Thank you, Nick. Good luck
You're
with
the
your
man,
meeting
Nick.
with the
Appreciate you,
boss.
brother.
Always great. Nick
Thanks,
Shuley.
guys.
Let's give away those
the
tickets.
Austin. Yeah, can we give away those tickets?
Yeah.
Saxon Pub.
It's
Always great.
tonight, so make sure you can go. So Tyler's tonight. Tyler McCollum.
Tyler McCollum tonight, Saxon Pub. You and a guest, 447-3776. Ty will pick the caller. Good luck on that and enjoy. And remember, you go to our website, you can register to win tickets to Gambler Days. We've got 2 tickets for each night, 3-day passes essentially for you and a guest. Go to hornfm.com. But right now, 447-3776. If you can go to Saxon Pub tonight to see Tyler McCollum, those tickets are yours. We're coming back with our Horn Top 20 Countdown.